So, Dr. Nguyen, this is Dan Brown, Senior Service Consultant of MGE Management Experts, and we're going to do a client testimonial via Zoom because that's how these crazy days are working. I appreciate your time. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Good. So, Doctor, people today, they want to hear from actual customers and to confirm you're not being paid to do this, you're not being incentivized to do this. In fact, why would you be talking to other doctors about the MGE Power program? Just out of curiosity, why would you take your time to talk to other doctors about that?
Because of what MGE's done for me, I feel like they've got me to a level of success that I would never have been able to reach without. So anytime I'm asked for help from MGE, I'm all for it.
Fantastic. Well, that's fantastic to hear. What I'd love to hear is a little bit of the before picture, before MGE and the Power program. What were things like in the practice? And we don't want to mention numbers just in case, your patients are watching this, but maybe, new patient numbers are fine, but, no dollar values on your collections, but maybe percentage wise, what you saw as an increase and stuff. But paint the before picture a little bit.
No direction, stressful, no control of things, where things just felt like, man, I can't seem to improve things. I'm trying to take CE. Nothing's changing with numbers. And just getting to the point where really, I did get to the point where I felt like I was going to sell my practice. The next steps were, hey, do I get evaluation on my practice and maybe look at going a different route. So really when I found MGE, I was searching for other consultants as well. But MGE really stuck out. And since then, the last 4 years have been amazing.
Wow. Tell a little bit about that. So now paint a little bit of the after picture and what things are like now.
Growth wise, staff, we're 5 times. So we started off with 4 staff members when we first got going with MGE. Now we're at 21, as well as some PRN staff members. Numbers wise, we're at least 4 times of what we were producing before. Much more control. I'm actually working much less. So clinically, I'm working, I think, 3 days a week now. I have 2 associates, the staff that's able to kind of take charge of a lot of things that I was undertaking all by myself before.
Wow. Just really quite incredible. Well done. And tell me a little bit about the area you're in. Is it underserved, no dentists? It's just you and a couple guys in town? Tell me a little bit.
It's a very competitive market here, a very affluent area. I think medium home incomes are about 150,000. So very nice area. And that's where I couldn't quite figure out, why we're struggling so much. We're in a great area, great location, but just things weren't adding up.
Right. Excellent. And then, so tell me what area you're in. What is the city? Give me a little.
Yeah, we're in Flower Mound, Texas. So just right in between Dallas and Fort Worth, maybe 10 minutes north of DFW Airport. So great area.
Fantastic. Okay. And then, so now you probably had some concerns before you came on with MGE about doing the Power program. Any thoughts about looking back at it now? What were your concerns at the time?
Cost. First thing was always, wow, this is a lot of money. What you're asking of me right now is what I'd, probably make in a couple months. So that was the biggest hurdle for me. Looking back, it's a no-brainer. I'd pull a trigger on it in a heartbeat and tell myself, don't even look back. Just sign up and the rest is going to take care of itself. It really will. Fantastic.
Outside of just the financial rewards, which it sounds like you've reaped quite some rewards from this program, tell me a little bit of outside of the finances. What else has been affected in the practice in your life? New patients, marketing, etc.
Well, everything's improved, and that's kind of cliche to say, but having more free time to take care of different things. Family is a higher priority for me now. Having a staff that's able to handle a lot of stuff at work without constantly being, called or getting a text, anything like that. So that itself is priceless, I think. But just, again, more stability. especially in a time like this with COVID and everything, we're able to roll with the punches much easier. And I know everyone's out there dealing with staff issues, people getting quarantined, but because of the systems that we've learned and have implemented, we don't really skip a beat.
Wow. And how have you weathered with COVID? Maybe you could touch on that a little bit. COVID hit, we've seen practices, non-MGE clients have been really struggling. Tell me a little bit about how things have been on your practice.
Well, they've been, I guess, quite amazing. Even looking back, it's still a shocker because, again, February was our best month ever, and then COVID hit. We had to shut down, but then, bouncing right back, we had our next 2 highest evers right after that. So again, I would say without MGE, I mean, I don't know.
Okay. Well, fortunately, we don't need to think about that. So well done on that success. Right. And tell me about the staff and you've trained your staff and that being a very key part of MGE's program is you empowering your staff and learning not only how to be an executive and a manager, but getting them trained. How has that impacted your practice?
Less stress. Again, we still deal with stresses. That never goes away. There's always something. But having a team that's through organization, having people in the right place, having systems in place so that, again, when those things pop up, because they will, they get handled. Oftentimes without me having to even know. And that's priceless too.
Fantastic. Good. And then, from your heart, imagine being a dentist and not knowing about the MGE Power program or knowing about it, but still being hesitant. From your heart, what would you tell another dentist or other dentists about the MGE program?
It's scary at first, but again, it's one that if I could go back in time, I would have discovered it much sooner, right when I was opening the practice. And I feel like it was time wasted by not having this information. It really was. Again, if I would have this information right when I started the practice, no doubt I'd probably be retired, multiple businesses, multiple practices, just enjoying life. And I think that's kind of what we all shoot for. It's just we don't know how to get there.
Fantastic. And last question for you: what's next? Where are you going from here? What are you going to do with all these skills and all the success?
A lot of the management and organization skills that I've developed with MGE. Our next step is expansion into a larger practice. And then from there, using that as a platform to open up multiple other practices, being able to have systems to train people, it's going to make it much easier to open up other practices.
Fantastic. Sounds like an amazing adventure in front of you. So well done again, and continue. For you watching this, you too could have this same success. The MGE Power Program has helped over 1,200 of your dental colleagues make a combined $9.9 billion in additional revenue. And yes, that's billion with a B. And to give you an idea, after the first year of doing the program, the average Power client sees an 89% increase in collections. Within 5 years, it's a sustained 232% increase. What would that mean to you? Well, if you're collecting $50,000 a month on average, that's about $95,000 a month after 1 year, and $166,000 a month 4 years later. Even better, these doctors are doing these numbers while focusing on patient care, doing the type of dentistry they love to do, not just what the insurance covers, having a great team and enjoying coming to work in the morning, assuming control of their practice and schedule, being able to take time off and not working excessive hours, being able to sleep at night because they feel secure about the future of their practice, and knowing that they always have unlimited access to a top MGE consultant to get help and solve problems together. And what makes this all possible? Revolutionary education and coaching on practice management systems that not only work, but that continue to work again and again as their practices grow. It's truly a case where some extra work now makes your life and the rest of your career far more rewarding. So what's next? Well, You need to find out if the MGE Power Program would be a good fit for your practice. And listen, don't wait. Enrollment for this year is limited. So go to mgeonline.com/power program and fill out the form today to learn more. Or call us now at 1-800-640-1140. We're here and we're ready to bring these same results to you. We want you to succeed, and we know how to make that happen.